Welcome to What Burns Me Up, the podcast, your weekly dose of avoidance because life be life and we all need a break from the mundane. I am your host, Miss August, a wife, mother of four, and a beauty professional with well over a decade of experience as a model, makeup artist, and visual consultant. What burns me up is the phrase that we use when we have experienced our fair share of pet peeves, and guess what? I really like to say, child, I'm taking it back. This is a place where we come to blow things way out of proportion because we can. So let's talk about it. Get ready for some truth, some theories, some tricks, some tea, and some triggers, baby. What Burns Me Up starts now. Welcome to What Burns Me Up, the podcast. And listen, if you can't tell that this the Halloween episode, child, look again. I done put my good orange and black on for y'all for something that I don't even celebrate or fool la with, child. Listen, this is What Burns Me Up, the podcast. I am your host, Miss August. And if you don't know already, which many of you are being introduced to me, and bless your heart, and thank you guys for watching. I'm so grateful. I really am. Although I talk hard, I'm grateful. No, I really am. We talk about things that everybody else is not talking about, or even if they're not talking about, they're thinking about, and even if they're not thinking about a child, you know I'm not lying. Let's talk about Halloween real quick. And let me preface this conversation. Yeah. I didn't grow up celebrating Christmas. I daggone sure didn't even celebrate Halloween. And my mother, y'all know Mother Autumn. Hey, Mother Autumn, how's it going? You know Mother Autumn was not going for no holy wing at church. The blood of Jesus. That's what Autumn would say. And I agree. I'm not going to do that. I am not in the spirit of mixing witchcraft and witchery. No, I'm not. However, for people like me who don't like to sully down the mood of Halloween, I every year get invited to numerous amount of Halloween parties, and I actually like it better as an adult than I understand it as a child, in my opinion, because the intent that goes into an adult dressing up for Halloween and how we make it into this, oh, it's fun, don't take your child's childhood away from them into Halloween. I'm not into, to me, knocking on somebody's door and asking them for something triggers me because I grew up asking for sugar at Miss Stewart's house. And flour and 2 pieces of bread until my mother came home with the groceries because she worked overnight and she had a job down to the day. Listen, it's a little triggering for me, even when people ask me for cash apps on their birthday and I don't even know them and it just pops up on my feed. It's just like a begging spirit that I really can't understand. However, I'm not going to make 2 + 2 make 4 today. What I will say is that I'm not knocking on the door asking nobody for no candy. I can afford candy, but I cannot afford those dentist bills that will come with that candy. So all I'm saying is that it gives a little bag. It give a little cash out for your birthday. That's the energy it give me in 2022. I just couldn't put it hand in hand, but I really I don't do all of that trick or treating. Now, what I will say is that I understand what it means for a child to get a Spider-Man costume, a Ninja Turtle costume, a Sonic costume, listen, a Little Mermaid costume. Hey, Haley. I understand what it means to have all of these things as a child and go and knock on the door and see your friends in the neighborhood and all of these things. But in 2022, got to do a hard boo. No, ma'am. Absolutely not. Because crime is too high. Now, crime done been high. Let's be clear. Crime done been high. But what I'm not doing is knocking on nobody's door, porch lights off, set a scary mood, and say a trick or a treat. I'm not interested in the trick part. Fentanyl is alive and well. People are passing out, dying every single day because of bad drugs. They are specifically targeting our children to drug them and sex traffic them. We can't even go to the mall without us feeling like there may be a tissue on our door or an air tag. Hallelujah. Come on, God. Or an air tag placed on our things to be targeted by a predator. I am not comfortable with Halloween. My spirit has never been comfortable with For all of you guys who celebrate it, I understand. But I have two things that I need to let you guys know. Just to respect people, because I'm not the only person in this world. Stop playing with me. Y'all not going to be like, oh, you don't want to celebrate Halloween. You're taking away your children's. Hard pause. I have two things that I have to say so that people like me don't have to tolerate. If the lights on the porch are off and I forgot to find a Sharpie, a white piece of paper and Scotch tape to say, hey, no candy on my door. That brings me to point number 2. Child, if your child is as tall as you, don't have a costume with your child with a mask on. This is for all of the people who opening their door, because the way that the life is going, the way that life been lifing, people are using all manners of tricks and trickery to let the kids walk up first and they run into your house and grab your valuables or not. The thing is that if your child is over 5 feet tall, their costume, that even if it came with a mask, gonna add it on there. I'm just saying, for the people who don't have a podcast to say this for y'all, I'm not opening my door. I am not opening my door for your Freddy Krueger, your Jason, your Michael Myers. I'm not gonna do that. Not on this porch. You're not gonna knock on this door. You're not gonna trick or treat me, because I don't know if it's a scam. I don't know if my life is in danger. That's all I wanted to say. That's all I was going to say. To my last point, because I don't like to be overly invasive with my personality if I'm disagreeing about something. Although this is a show that's called What Burns Me Up. All I want to say is that why can't we get together and just figure out how children can wear their Spider-Man costumes, their Little Mermaid, hey Haley, like why can't we just come together and figure out all of our Rudolphs and, why can't we bring our kids together for one big celebration, budget so that we can have enough candy in the room that will send us to the dentist with our children's 8 cavities that they already have already. Why can't we just figure out how we can just make a celebration for the children instead of going door by door, knock, 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 hey, trick or treat? I know that takes away a lot of fun, but it is not safe on these streets. And I hate to be like a person who is just like, I just can't even understand, like, if trick or treating isn't done during the day, as soon as they come out, I really feel like 5 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. in my spirit is awesome. When it gets dark, I want our kids in the house. DC, it's been bad for us. We can't even park in certain places without coming back and our windows not be there. There has been too many shootings. There has been too many accidents of people getting shot when they haven't even been the person. And then the immense amount of, I don't know. I'm not the only mama bear that just be like, baby, my kid's not safe. I got 3 black sons. I ain't trick-or-treating. I'm sorry. Y'all with y'all one child, that's fine. I got 3 black sons. We're not going. I'm not coming. I'm not interested. If your party is not from 4 to 7 and I can't get back to my car before day breaks, I'm not coming. That's it. That's all. I'm not saying that I don't want my children to participate because I buy costumes and y'all see me on the Instagram. Hey, how's it going? Miss August to you. Y'all see me on Instagram. My child be dressed up as Spider-Man all throughout the summer. Yeah, we're Sonic all the time. Absolutely, we are the red and blue Power Ranger in this house. Yeah, stop playing with us. We are the Black Panther. All of that being said, I don't have to go outside on October, what's that, the 31st? I don't have to do that. I'm not asking for no candy because I got dentist bills to pay. I'm not going to knock on nobody's door to ask them for anything on Halloween. You want to know why? Because I don't celebrate it. But outside of that, I'm worried. I'm worried about the culture. I'm worried about our community. I'm worried about everything that everybody else probably ain't worried about, because that is something I live in fear about. So with that being said, this has been an awesome episode of What Burns Me Up. Listen, let's move on. Listen, the Halloween edition. Let's move on with What Buys Me Up. Welcome to What Buys Me Up. This is the segment of the podcast where I literally just tell you what I be purchasing and things like that, and chat and carrying on. What buys me up for this episode is my mommy guilt. I have a very deliberate, demanding personality when it comes down to what my beliefs are. With that being said, I don't like to be the parent that says that my child cannot, I do it for me. My kids don't even notice it, but I buy these t-shirts every year. The more they grow, the more you know. Whether it's like a skeleton t-shirt, or it's like a pumpkin on it. I try my best to be in the world but not of it, if that makes sense. Not trying to do too much on that, but yeah, this is the way I participate in Halloween. I go down to the H&M, which I ain't checked yet, but this episode will be out Halloween week, so at this point I have it solved. These are the shirts that I bought for my sons to go to school on Halloween, because we're going to the school, from the school to the car to my house. And we will not be patronizing nobody's Halloween, because I don't do that. You already heard 12 minutes of it. The point is that I do like to send them in school spirit. So whether or not I found like a skeleton sweatsuit that I can send them in school to, because Halloween has been landing on weekdays, or whether I find them like a pumpkin shirt or something like that, I do like to, make sure that they know that, this is how we celebrate, child, because this is it, period. With that being said, this has been a great episode of What Burns Me Up, the Halloween edition. I'm so grateful and ecstatic each week that you guys chime in and things like that. I know this is not normal, because the girls don't agree with me. They be in my DMs attacking me like, you can't say that, child. Last week and this week, I'm good on everybody. Happy whatever you celebrate. If you don't celebrate it like me, child, listen, if you go down to the Holy Wing at church, may the Lord bless you and keep you. Walk fast to your house, child, because I don't do that stuff. This has been another awesome episode of What Buys Me Up, and also What Burns Me Up. I'm so grateful and ecstatic that you guys come every single week. Listen, I am worried, because who's cooking for Thanksgiving? Child, if there's smoke somewhere, there's bound to be some fire, and that's probably going to burn me up and not the kitchen. Peace.